canvas board, and what I'm going to show you today is how to start a coil pot. Okay, so you have two options for rolling out a slab. You can use one of the pieces of canvas that I have in the canvas bin, or you can use one of these canvas covered boards. The positive for these boards is they have a raised wooden slat on them that will keep you from getting your slab too thin. Okay, so it's kind of a fail-safe. All right, so if you want to use one of these, if you don't want your coil pot to be any wider than this, you can use one of these. You're going to take your ball of clay, you're going to place it in the center of the slab, take your rolling pin. Stand up when you roll your clay out because you need to be able to exert pressure down on the clay. Okay, so start by rolling it a little bit the long way. Then you can turn this and roll it the wide way. You can see the canvas start to push out and pillow up around the edge. You can only stretch the canvas so far, and then it prevents the clay from stretching anymore. So you have to flip it back and forth. You don't need to push it out past the slots if you just get to the bars on the edge. Now when I'm flipping it, it's kind of like making pizza. It'll stretch a little bit when I do that.
James, quit going through people's lockers.
Tyler, you're missing the concept here, buddy. Okay. So even though it's not as thin as these sides, it's pretty close. That's kept me from getting it too thin. All right. So you're going to take that and you're going to use a tool, your clay knife, and you're going to cut out the shape that you want your coil pot to be. Okay. You can do just a plain circle if you want a plain circle, but if you want it to be like a kidney bean shape or an oval or a organic shape of some kind, any shape that you want is fine. But whatever you cut,
is that sharp?
It's a clay knife. It's like a butter knife. Is the shape that your pot's going to be. Okay, and this pulls off just like when you're making cookies. Okay, and you have, that's the shape that your coil pot's going to be. Okay, if you're working on a slab or on a canvas, it's going to work just a little bit differently. You don't have those bars to keep you from rolling it too thin, but you still can pay attention. You know, you don't want it to be any thinner than you want a good pancake. Okay, not a cheap crispy pancake, a nice fluffy pancake. Okay.
Hello.
So you're going to the sides. This is more than enough clay for my coil pot. All right, so now I can pick any kind of shape I want. I'm going to do like a triangle-ish shape. Notice I made curved sides, and if you really want to try to do a pointed side project, you can, but it's going to be harder because you're working with a coil. Okay, then I have these two options. I have black boards that can be lifted and moved. If you know you're going to do a lot of fine coil work, I would try to get one of these. I don't have enough for everybody to have one, but I have about 15 of them. So if you know you're going to be doing a lot of fine coil work, you might want to put it on one of these. When you stick it down from there, you're not picking it up again. Okay, so if it sticks to the surface, it's okay. Does that make sense? Okay, that's step one. Stop that one.